Hi guys, welcome to the Friends of Technical channel. In the Java tutorial series, in the concept of multi-threading, we are going to see the part number 3. So in the last lecture, we have completed about how to create a thread class, how to inherit the thread class properties into our class, how to override the run method, how to call the start method, what will happen if you override the start method, what will happen if you override the run method. All those concepts we declare in detail. In the continuation of that, today we are going to discuss few more concepts. And just I wanted to tell guys, if you do not subscribe my channel yet, please subscribe my channel for more videos. So let's start with the videos. First we'll just understand the basic about the thread concept. So what we are going to see today is, suppose example we are running the two concept. In the last class I told you, in our program there will be two threads. Nothing but one was main thread and one was thread which we created. But sir, how we can see the details of this thread? How can I see the names of this thread? How can I change the names? How can I see the properties and all? Lots of things will be there. So in today's class, we'll discuss about the names and all about the threads. So let's start with the video. Suppose we are having one class here. In my class, nothing I have taken, empty class I took. I will take one more class, which is I already wrote here. So you can see here this class. So in this class I took a main method because whatever we will do, it is inside the main method. Now the first thing what you will remember here is, sir, how to check the properties of a class? Nothing but I wanted to check the name of a class. So how to check the name of the class? So the simple concept is, if you want to take the two classes thread class property, you have to write extends thread. So I wrote here extends thread. Now compulsory you have to override which method? Void run, and I am writing here normal system.out.println, system.out.println. Very detailed discussion we are going to do guys here. Run method I wrote. Now same thing I wanted to see, let us say I am writing the same statement here, main method. So two methods are there. Sir, right now how many threads are there in my program by default? Only one. How will I print the name of that thread? So the answer is, we can check the name of the thread by using what? We have to write here thread dot current thread, thread dot current thread dot get name. So what I am doing, I am checking the name of my thread. So what is the name? I told you, if you remember yesterday, by default every thread will have one, every program will have one thread, and that thread is main thread. So just we'll see what is our thread name right now. So I will just save it, go to file, save as, and we'll save into our folder. Yesterday we were saving into the PR softwares folders. So let me open the PR softwares folder. Inside that I will give thmin4.java. So this is my file path. Go to the command prompt, D drive cd PR softwares, then javac. What is our file name here? thmain thmain.java. Okay, so cannot implement run in runnable. Okay, why? Because method should be public. Okay, no problem. So we did not give the public, that's why weaker access modifier. Now save and execute it again, java space thmain4. So we'll get it main. My thread name is main guys here. This is my thread name because we are printing this, and after that we are getting our normal message. If you are having any doubts, you can write before that. Thread name I will write. Thread name is equals to this one. Now save and execute. Okay, so I am getting thread name is main right now. Sir, what about, sir, I wanted to see the name of this thread who is executing run method. Yesterday I told there will be two thread will be created, but when that thread will be created, first you have to call the object of the ts demo4. T is equals to new th demo4 and when we call the start method, then the object will be created, sorry, thread will be created. How to see the name of that thread? So again I will same line, I will copy and paste it, and I will write that line inside the run method, so that who will execute this thread, that I will get it. Now save and execute, and we'll do one thing. Okay, no problem, we'll save and just see the output. So I will clear everything, I will compile it, and again I will run it. So see, main thread executed by main, and run thread executed by run method is executed by thread 0. Yesterday I told you main and thread, total how many threads created, guys? 2 threads are created. Now the question is, sir, yesterday you told, like you will say, sir you told that if you don't call the start method, run, if you directly call the run method, thread will not create. Now just call this one and check whether my statement was correct or not. Now how many threads are there? You only observe. Main threads only, both are main only. So it means what? If we do not call the start method, it is not creating the thread 0. Here thread 0 and thread main, there were 2 threads, but here main only is calling to both one, nothing but thread main only calling this one and main only calling to second one. So you have to remember this concept, guys. Run method directly if you are calling, it means it is not creating the extra thread. I am showing you practically, guys, so it should be very clear. One more point, if you see, if you remember, we called void start. If you override this method, I told you what, if you remember, if you override this method, again thread will not create. Now you observe t dot start, okay, and t dot run. I'm calling both. Otherwise do one thing, don't call the run method. Again you will say, sir, it is old output, it is showing. So what I will do, this concept I will copy and paste it into start also, so that who is executing the start, that you will get to know which thread is executing, main or thread 0, that you have to analyze here. Again you have to write here public, because it is a interface method is there. So write the public compulsory. When you are overriding, that Vicar access modifier should not be there. So th main, see here both are main. It means what? When you are overriding the start method, again as I said, thread will not create. When you call the direct run method without start, again it will not work. So this concept you have to remember. So I am showing you practically that when you override the start method, thread is not creating. When you don't write the start, but instead of start you are calling directly thread, directly run method, then also direct run method also will not create the thread. So that is also one of the problem we are getting. So that's why what you have to remember here is, guys, whenever you wanted to create a thread, compulsory you have to write that inside the run, and run method will call with respect to start, then only 2 threads will be created. Now you observe here, perfectly fine, 2 threads you will get to know here. Perfectly fine. Now the question is, you will say, sir, I don't want to write, I don't want this thread, can I give my own thread name? So answer is yes, absolutely fine. You can write your own thread name. How to write your own thread name is, you can write here, after this statement, I will write here thread dot current thread dot set name. What is the name you want your thread? Sir, my thread name I want PR Softwares. Our institute name I will give is as a thread name. So I am giving the set name as what? PR Software. Now again I wanted to check whether it is saved or not properly. So I will write here, paste it, save, and just I will check it, my thread name I get it properly or not. So just compile and run. So see, my thread name is changed to PR Software. But it is not changed on the top. Why? Because we have to change that name also. It is changed because here I did not want this one. So that's why their main I wrote, that's why that main was coming. Manually I wrote, but now you will get only your thread name, that is PR Software. Now you will not get a main there. Now you observe, only you are getting the thread name as PR Software. Sir, how to change about thread 0, sir? So that is also we'll discuss here. We are getting first as main, don't get confused. First as main because we did not change it on the first line. We change on the second line. So first time you will get it main, second time we change, and then we are seeing here. So if you want not to get a confusion, thread name before change is, and this is thread name. After change is. So see now, see it, before change main only, but after change you are getting PRs of 3. Same I wanted to change it for what? I wanted to change it for start this thread also. So how to change it here? I will write here, you can write here directly t dot set name, nothing but your thread name. I wanted to set it. What is the name I want? Suppose let us say I wanted to set is, there we save PR software. Here I want to training, and I gave in a caps wantedly. Now we check it. I will clear everything, CLS, and now compile it again and run it. So see, my first is PR software I am getting, then I am getting the training. It means what? My both the threads are changed. And guys, I will do one thing. Now I will remove these old names. I will keep only new names only. Whatever names I set, that names only I want here. So we will remove everything extra stuff I am removing. Just how to set and how to get the name. That is only our concept. Save. Now we execute perfectly fine. It will work, no problem. We'll get it. See, PR software is main thread name and training is second thread. So like this you can set and get the names. Just observe very carefully. First we are thread dot current thread dot set name we are setting, and then if you want to get means you have to write thread dot current thread dot get name, and then here you can call directly by using t dot set name. Here you can get it. Even you can write t dot get name, you can get the name. That is also possibility is available. So some people will they will get a confusion that sir you are not using the for that one get name. You can use it. Current thread means that for that we have to write that current. Otherwise if you know directly the name of the variable there, nothing but t dot get name, so you can directly write the t dot get name. Okay, so we have to set first and then get. So I will first set the name and then I will get it. Here I will write t thread name, t object thread name. What is the thing that we are getting? Compile and run. We are getting thread t object name is training. So like this we can set and get. I hope you are very clear up to here how to set and get the name. Guys, if you are having any doubt, please mail me or WhatsApp me on the given number. Definitely I will reply on that. If any doubts, please ask. Otherwise, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you for watching this video, guys.